about some of the things that she has been doing and how we met. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit and talk a little bit about ASU because you reminded me during the break of a cute story about ASU and when I was there. So go ahead and tell us about that memory.
Okay, so when we were promoting programs at Arizona State Student Fitness Center, we wanted to bring a lot of people into our facility and showcase it. So another person and I came up with this grandiose idea to hold a splash bash fitness competition, which was held at our pool. It involved people registering for our contest and showing their ability of fitness ability and basically walking across the bulkhead of our pool and their workout gear, bathing suit if they wanted, and having things lead up to that point in time in their exercise programs, whether they were gaining more flexibility, gaining more strength, getting better at cardiovascular activity. And during that time, Trish was one of my participants, and this pool was filled to the max with people. People
The
came
whole
from all
student body
around.
was there, okay,
Yeah.
and all of Phoenix, I think.
Yeah, we had YM Magazine sponsors, Robert Black modeling agencies, lots of gifts and prizes, coaches from the Arizona Cardinals, ASU Strength and Conditioning Facility. So it was really, really well done, but I just wanted to highlight that point in time because Trish, being a participant, actually won it the second year. So she participated in year one, I think was probably in the top 3 at that time. And then she was getting more fit, working out a little bit harder, came out in year 2 and actually won it. And I was honored to have you as a participant and have you involved during that time.
I think, and actually, I really had no idea what I was getting into. Okay, I didn't realize how big it was going to be. I mean, I just thought like, oh, it was a contest and it's about fitness, and I thought, oh, okay. And that's kind of how I got into figure competitions as well.
Yeah.
I was kind of just like was curious about it. I said, and I said to the guy I was working for at the time as a personal trainer, I was like, do you think I could do that? And he said, of course you can. And I said, okay, well, and that's how I kind of got into it. But that was really my first experience with sort of
being staged.
Yeah.
And I totally remember the very first fitness competition that you were a part of. I think it was with the Mesa Arts,
Center for the Arts.
Mesa Center for the Arts, Miles Studios
Miles,
Production.
yep, Miles Production. Shout out to Miles.
I was there. I was in the crowd watching her get up on stage and very proud of where you started from and where you went during that time. So.
Well, it took a number of years actually, and mind you, I didn't set foot on stage until after I had all my kids. So anyone who's out there who is interested in getting into bodybuilding, it's actually a good time to do it is after you have all your babies. Kind of in between might be a little bit difficult, but when you're done having kids, all of you ladies out there who are considering it, doing one of these bikini competitions or the figure competitions or actually women's bodybuilding or physique, it's a good idea, just set your goals high and move right from there,
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking a little bit about teaching yoga. You teach yoga at
Intervision Yoga. I'll be on.
And at YMCA too.
And the YMCA of Ahwatukee. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was telling you that the Ahwatukee location for Intervision will be opening up in November, December. We have a very nice facility there. There was one hot room. They're remodeling it. They're going to be offering hot classes and a non-hot yoga classes there. And at the YMCA, I'm there on Tuesday mornings. If anybody ever wants to come out, 10:20 a.m. for a yoga class, you can join me there until the hot yoga opens back up.
Now you have a very interesting event also that you do. She just started doing this cool thing once a month, and she collaborates with one of the local watering holes. So
Uncle Bear's Brewery.
all of you guys that love beer, check this out. Beer and yoga. Come on, does it get any better? Beer and yoga. Tell us about what you're doing with Uncle Bear's Brewery.
Well, I actually partnered with another teacher. Her name is Karen Santini, and her
Hey, Karen.
and hi Karen, if she's out there. We're working with the general manager at Uncle Bear's Brewery on Ray Road, in Ahwatukee, and he just basically lets us do what we want there. So we come in
I
once
love
a
it.
month on Saturdays. They move all of the bar furniture out. We set up our mats and we do yoga for an hour. And after yoga's all over, we have happy hour prices for beer, drinks, and
It's kind of like the vibe that we
Fabulous.
have at Cycle Bar because, right, we have our Wine Down Wednesdays where we have a glass of wine after class. It's probably your type of place. Anybody out there that likes alcohol in any type of way? We have happy hour rides on Fridays, brunch rides on Sundays. We break out the mimosas. I mean, fitness is just getting better and better.
it's a lot of fun.
We definitely are having a lot of fun. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about some of the struggles that you've had a few years ago. And I asked you if it was okay to talk about this.
That's fine.
A few years ago, you had a little bit of a scare, which really scared me too, because we have to really tune into our bodies, and sometimes we don't listen to the signs. And if this is a message that I can get out to anyone, your body will tell you when something isn't right. So do tune in to those signs. Something happened with you where you had to have a major surgery during your pregnancy.
That's correct. All right, so back in 2000, I was pregnant with my first son, and during that time period, I wasn't feeling very well. I started to lose my hearing in my right ear, and my balance was way off. And near the third trimester, somewhere in that point of time, I fell. I fell pretty hard, and I thought this wasn't normal. So I took myself up to the Mayo Clinic, drove myself in, checked in, told them I had stuffiness ear, I couldn't hear, it didn't feel right, and they sent me in for an appointment right away, and I found out that I had an acoustic neuroma in my right ear canal, and surgery was needed right away. They needed to take it out. So 6 months after that, I did take my time to research who I wanted to have do this procedure because it's very delicate. And
So we're talking about, just in layman's term, a tumor basically blocking your ear canal
correct.
that was impairing your hearing. But mind you, she's in her third trimester of pregnancy, and we're talking about having to go under anesthesia and the whole 9 yards. And they're saying, the doctor's telling her, imagine how scary this is. You're pregnant, about to have a child, and the doctors say, listen, this surgery can't wait. You're going to lose your hearing. We have to do this now.
And it was a benign tumor, which was nice to know, but they do grow. So I think when I got pregnant, that's when it started to really expand. And
Oh,
that's
right, all the
when
hormones.
All the hormones were taking place.
Blame it on the men of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the male testosterone hormone making her tumor grow. Thanks, guys.
Right. So I had it removed, and the scary part was having my hearing nerve cut and my balance nerve to get everything out. And so they told me that ahead of time, that I would have hearing loss and I might have some balance problems.
Yeah.
And I just said, well, okay, get it out, because I don't want that. I don't
Right.
want it, and it was necessary because it could grow enough to cause major damage. And I just wasn't going to let it, get to me. I was like,
Right.
just take it out, and I'm just going to be my same person I was before this ever happened. And I do think that I am. I don't have any major problems like some people have from this type of surgery. Some individuals have issues with they can't close their eye, and they have to have a weight in their eye. Some people
It's
have
like those
paralysis.
commercials where they say, if you take this medicine, they have like 25 things that can happen to you. I'm like, I'm not taking that medicine because oh yeah, you could have a heart attack and you could lose your eyesight, and I'm like, so I'm sure it was like super scary. Tell me about
Scary.
how the recovery was, and how long did it take you to kind of get back to yourself,
Sure.
and how fitness helped you?
Well, I took a long time off of work, and I'm pretty sure it was almost 6 to 9 months where I started to at least get my energy and my strength back. And up until this day, so now it's been 15 years, I literally don't have any issues.
Great.
Some people have major headaches, some people can't balance, some people are still having issues with, facial paralysis.
Yeah.
I had the best doctor. And
Which you researched.
I researched, took my time. House
Yeah.
Ear Clinic in Los Angeles took care of that.
Okay.
And The only thing that I noticed today is if I get really tired and it's dark, I might have a little bit of balance issues, or I might, have trouble hearing. So I was telling Erica, if you say something to me on my right side today, and I don't answer
Right,
you.
so it's a little sensitive, yeah. So
Little
definitely you
sensitive.
notice a little bit of,
Yeah.
but it really hasn't stopped her, ladies and gentlemen, from doing anything and everything that she wants to do. And this is all I'm saying. I think it really helps when you go into a surgery or before you get pregnant to be fit, because you recover a lot
Right.
faster. It's a fact. So get in shape, because you never know what can happen to you, and if you get pregnant, you might be able to bounce back a little bit faster if you're fit first, right?
That really goes for anything. Whether,
Yeah, anything.
Any type of condition,
It can
medical
just help you.
condition. If you're healthier and strong physically, you can bounce back.
Yeah.
Exactly, and we're about to get right to Erica, because this is her whole thing. She specializes in physical therapy and health and wellness, and she's worked for Mercy Hospital, which are still there, and Dignity Health, and multiple other places. Why don't you go ahead? We'll just dive right into that, Erica. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure.
You are the founder of RTY Wellness.
Yeah.
Return to Yourself. She has her own website, which is returntoyourself.org. And tell us about what you're doing with that. You're an ASU grad, you have a major in health and science, you're a health and lifestyle coach. How did you sort of get into this return to yourself wellness?
Wow, it's quite a journey, really. I had lost my spark in life. I was in a marriage that was failing, and my career as well. I was in the world of physical therapy as a physical therapist tech for about 8 years. I worked in outpatient and inpatient, and there was a point in my life where I was working 7 days out of the week. I barely saw my family. My ex-husband was doing the same thing.
No balance.
Yeah, no balance whatsoever. I wasn't even aware of the life I was living. I was just going to work, coming home, cooking, doing all my wife duties, and repeating the same thing over again. There was no quality of life. I became aware of that when I realized that my marriage was failing and I had no friends, because I was just in this repetitive cycle. I came across a book called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, written by Dr. Deepak Chopra, which was a book that was given to me when I was 18 by a dear friend, Emmanuel. And it didn't resonate with me at the age of 18. But this time around, with the life experience that I had embraced at that time, it really hit me. And I just thought, wow, this is a new way of understanding, and I want to know more. So I researched who this man was, Deepak Chopra, and he had a wellness center in San Diego. I went off to see him, and my life changed.
Absolutely, and you had some struggles also prior to that. So tell us a little bit about your background and your childhood, because, see, I think a lot of us just fall into whatever life, we just we grow up, we end up maybe going to college, and then after that, we just do what we think we're supposed to do. Well, in my family, it was like, well, you get married, right, and then you start having babies, and, that's just kind of like, in the Mexican families anyways, it's like, that's what we do. We get married and we have a bunch of babies. And, you have a career as well. Nowadays we have a career and things like that. But tell us a little bit about digging into your past and how that also affected you and kind of made you who you are today, and how you integrate that into your organization.
Absolutely. With my childhood, naturally, whatever you end up coming into as an adult really stems from your childhood. And I come from a great family. Now, their awareness isn't the same to where mine is. As I was growing up, my parents were divorced. My mom was really heavy and as alcoholic. My dad did a few other things too. So as a child, this is normal. This is normal. And
right, it's all you know.
It's all you know. And there's really, you don't know any different until you actually either go to school or you see other lives or you're exposed to other journeys, and then you're like, wow, this is not the way. Maybe I'm not supposed to feel this way, or maybe this is not okay for people who are supposed to love me to hurt me. And really, that's the pattern I fell into, is the love that I thought was love wasn't really love. And I ended up going into a marriage not knowing what love was. And he was an alcoholic as well. So you continue to repeat your patterns when you're not aware of the difference. So I was in this pattern thinking, pornography was okay, alcoholism is okay, verbal abuse was okay, affairs were okay, and then it's not until where you're just you no longer feel like you have a purpose or even a voice anymore. And after that, I started to think there was more to life. There was this higher, either if there was a God, I knew there was a God. I mean, ever since I was little, my grandparents instilled that in me. And I think that's was the vibration that allowed me to keep moving past these events and experiences. And the book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, really brought it home to me that I was more than the experience and the life that I was living. Now, mind you, my marriage, I brought that to me. It wasn't my parents. I really brought that to me. I could have become aware. I could have really understood that book that was given to me at 18.
Right,
I mean, that was a
right.
sign
But
from
you didn't
the
have the
universe.
maturity. Sometimes, it takes a few years to
But
kind of really grasp.
It's
some
true,
things.
true. But now I take that because we are constantly giving invitations, from the universe, from people. I mean, we have that. We could call it Heavenly Father, the universe. It is constantly moving into our life. Now we can choose to be distracted by our thoughts from the past, anticipating the future, and we will miss the opportunities that are surfacing in the present moment that will lead you to the manifestations, to your intentions, or to the people you have yet to come to know that are going to lead you to the, like I said, to where you should
Greater
be.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do believe that's true, that we put an energy out there, right? So I think each person has that special energy that they put out there, and we also attract a certain type of people. And if you're going to allow any type of negativity into your life, that's on you. We really have a lot more control than we think. I think that we definitely can kind of eliminate. See, I'm kind of like this. Like, anybody that comes at me in a negative way, I don't want to have anything to do with those people. And really, we do have a lot more power than we think.
Absolutely.
And it's really just about embracing that power and making sure that we surround ourselves with really positive people. I'm the type of person, I just want to surround myself with positive people, positive energy, and we can all feed off of each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
And it takes practice to get to that point, to be aware of, wow, I deserve more, or I'm worth more, or I'm not this experience. We can easily slip into becoming a victim of our circumstances. And we're so distracted that we don't even realize
Right.
life going on around us. We are consumed, and I am sad, I'm mad, I'm frustrated, and oh my gosh, the day went by, and
Yeah.
I wasted my life energy
Yeah.
on all these endeavors that were creating unnecessary resistance in my life.
Right.
So it takes practice. As soon as a thought begins to surface and it's not nourishing for you, or it's from the past, or you're worried about the future, then shift into the present moment. Look around you, look at the sun, look at the flowers. Do you see the person who's
Are you
wandering
saying
and lost?
live in the moment?
That's
Live
exactly
in the
what I'm
moment,
saying.
people.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
it's a very simple but yet not so simple thing to do.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, is that when you're living in the moment, you're not thinking about anything else. You're so submerged in the vibrancy of the colors and the conversations and the spontaneous, magical things that are just, it's yummy, is what
Yeah,
I like to say.
I
It's
say
yummy.
so.
And you're just in the yum, and nothing else matters. And you're at your highest frequency vibrating in that bliss.
Yes.
But again, we're so conditioned that we walk with our heads down, or just thinking in this daze, not realizing, wow, there's an invitation from the universe right there. There's somebody who's wandering that needs, probably the area, and they're not too familiar with the area. Maybe you can reach out to that person and help them out.
Yeah.
So a big part of my journey has been service.
Of course.
So with service, I found my purpose, and that's to reach out and encourage people to live the best life they can possibly live.
Which is how the Trish Train came about. It's all about helping other people. I'm reaching out to each and every person that I've come in contact with over the years, and I'm just saying thank you to all of these people who have really encouraged me. And, Kelly, you've been a mentor to me from day one. I mean, when I first met her, I just thought, I want to be like her. She is it really is more about your intellect. I was thinking, she's got a degree in exercise science, like she's working on her thesis. Like, that really is impressive to me. And I was really attracted to that. So I gravitate towards people who are successful and doing positive things and helping other people. And that's what this program is specifically about. I'm reaching out to everyone in the health and fitness industry who have ideas to share and who can help other people that might be going through some kind of struggle, either emotional struggle, physical struggle, and kind of help those people along, give them some tips, let you guys know that there is such a network of people in this industry that can help you. So really you're tapping more into the emotional side. Kelly, you're still more on the physical side.
Level.
And you do teach yoga as well. That's how we met. We met at the village, right?
It's actually a funny story how we met. I think our first conversation, I was teaching yoga, and I hear this person super loud outside of the room.
Oh, yeah.
And counting down, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're about to settle into Shavasana. So I walk out, and I'm like, hey,
Shavasana,
Trish.
when you're lying down half asleep in yoga. That's Shavasana.
And I said, hey, Trish, is there any way you could just tone it down? And I felt bad even asking her that because I had never had a conversation with her prior to that. And she was the sweetest person. And she was just, I love Trish because she just flows. And that's a part of the yogi lifestyle is you don't want to stagnate or completely get stuck in an experience because we can do that. The suffering isn't the life event or the experience. It's suffering comes from staying in that experience and rethinking and creating illusions based on that experience. So that's where the suffering resides. But Trish is like, she just flows, whatever, or go on with the flow. She just kind of
gotta keep it moving, people.
It's
Listen.
inspiring. Yeah, and I would say you're the example of being in the present moment because she's just in and she's smiling and greeting people.
I try.
And it's a beautiful thing to just reach out with even just a smile.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I do this all the time. It doesn't cost anybody anything to be kind. And it doesn't cost anything to smile at a person. Even in passing at the grocery store, we all want to kind of just be in our own zone and we don't want anybody coming into our space. And I definitely have those moments where I'm kind of like, y'all don't mess with me today because I'm not having it. We all need that time. But for the most part, I put out an energy of I'm open to you. I smile. And I think we've lost that a lot in this day and age because people are so busy and they're into their phones and they don't have that interaction or that eye contact or that openness. I've always kind of just stayed true to who I am. I have that energy and I like being around people, but there are people that don't really like being around people. I get my energy from all of you, just like I get all my energy from my students. Other people, they give me energy, and that's the true side of an extrovert. Now that class, I used to teach this very high energy class during the same time as yoga, unfortunately. Yeah. And Trish never really likes to fall into any type of box, which is why I'm not a good cookie cutter type of trainer. I don't fall into that sort of cookie cutter program. It's like, even when I was working with Kelly, I said, well, can I do this? And can I do that? I'm always like thinking out of the box and wanting to do the Trish thing to make the program better. So I was doing that there, and so I didn't know that I had to be really quiet around the yoga. I really didn't know that the class was going on. That's why I felt really horrible and apologetic because I know how you have to be really calm, and these people are trying to calm down. Meanwhile, I'm telling my people like, let's go. It's complete craziness, the total opposites of what we were doing. But anyhow, I just feel like we can all work together, so I was willing to tone it down, so to speak, so that your yogis could get their experience. happens.
Yeah, and see, that's great too, because we can easily become offended. And
Yeah, I could have
Then-
taken it the wrong way.
yeah.
Like, I'm not calming down like you calm
I
down.
always see you after class.
Yeah.
Meet
No,
me
I
in the
didn't take
parking
it that
lot.
way at all. No. It's one of
But-
those things that we learn in kindergarten. What's that saying? Something about everything I need to know in life I learned in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Golden rule type of stuff. Well, that remains true, and we all have to learn how to play together.
Yeah.
We all have to learn how to live together. And in this day and age, I just think that people just really need to learn how to get along. Donald, Hillary.
Yeah.
They need more fitness, wellness, and yoga.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So with that said, though, I'm actually finishing up a book where it encourages really to enhance your own awareness of your journey, as well as understand that everyone travels at a different level of awareness. So be kind, reach out and say, and ask actually you have the responsibility to speak what your desires are. So Trish, if you can just tone it down a little bit in the nicest way, and
Yeah.
then responding with
There's
awareness
just
and kindness.
something, and that's a little bone I need to pick because this happens in relationships, right? So all y'all men out there need to listen to this. We don't have telepathic powers. We are intuitive women as a species. However, I can't read your mind. Could you please communicate? Like, really, I just think you should really speak up if you have something to say, and that way there's no level of miscommunication.
Well, they can buy my book then.
Yeah. So if you want to know,
You can go to my website and for updates and events as well. I'll be having workshops starting next year. Again, it's returntoyourself.org. You can sign up for the newsletter to receive the updates, or just stop by the website whenever you need to. I do have a free meditation and some other opportunities there for any of you that are interested in wanting to learn more about yoga, meditation, and also Groove. I teach Groove, the first here to be certified in Arizona. It's an awesome dance where we really do enhance our physical body awareness as well as the emotional mind awareness, and then encouraging you to connect with your unique self and celebrating that.
exactly, and a few things that I didn't tell you about Kelly. She also, so in addition to yoga, you teach Groove and meditation. And Kelly does the personal training, and she also teaches hot yoga, and she also is a massage therapist. So she probably has magic hands, and I might have to hit you up for that, Kelly, because that's just it all works hand in hand, right? So when we're talking about we push ourselves so much emotionally and physically, sometimes we need that downtime, the meditation for our
Absolutely.
brains, and then massage therapy definitely for our bodies, right? And that you do your massage therapy at the Foothills.
It's at Foothills Sports Medicine.
Right, Foothills Sports Medicine.
And I've been working there for about 3 years, and anybody can come in for an appointment. Most of the clientele that I have at this point are people who are wanting to relieve stress or heal in some manner. They're coming in from shoulder injuries, or maybe they've had a knee replacement, or maybe they're having low back issues. But I can
Right.
work on any kind of person, but I feel like the people who do come in for massage therapy are the ones who are looking for something to make them feel better.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking for something to make them feel better.
Yeah.
So.
Massage therapy, I'm all about it. I just think it does wonders for people. Meditation also does wonders for people to relieve stress. And it's all about prevention. When we talk about heart disease, for example, we're trying to prevent having a heart attack. So one thing is get moving. The other thing is take care of your mind. And also engage in some relaxing activity like your massage therapy and things of that nature can also be really helpful.
Right.
I do want to mention that you were an accomplished runner. Very briefly, because we're short on time, but I just want to mention you run 5Ks all the way up to 50-mile ultra races, which is so crazy. You've run the Boston Marathon in 2012, the Chicago Marathon in 2015, and this woman is going to do London, New York, and Athens. She's going
At
to
some
be,
point in time.
Yeah, she's going
This is
to
a
be.
goal.
Those are her goals. She's going to be running in the Rock and Roll Marathon in Phoenix, which is a huge event that we have here. Erica has her own event that she's promoting this Saturday. It's the Domestic Violence Walk. It's going to be October 22nd. If you want to know more information about that, that's on her website at www.returntoyourself.org. We have the Alzheimer's Walk on November 12th. And if you remember last show, we talked to Patty Fiore, and Patty's mom had her bout with Alzheimer's. So, we still don't have a cure for that. So it's a great thing to do. Don't forget about Scott's Training Systems. We have Bustin' Butts for Boobs on October 23rd, which is Sunday. At Psycho Bar, we have Rock the Ribbon, which is our ride to raise money for breast cancer awareness. That's October 29th at 5 p.m. We're taking $25 donations. And don't forget about the Optima Conference. That's this weekend with the National Academy of Sports Medicine, NASM. Scott Keppel from Scott's Training Systems will be speaking there. And I do have a little surprise today. Leslie, if you're out there, go ahead and come on in. Just scoot in here, Leslie. I'd like to invite Leslie Martin to the show and give her a very warm welcome. Come on, Leslie. Come and have a seat with us. Leslie. Hi. This is Leslie Martin, and she is going to be our official hair stylist and makeup artist for the show, the Trish Train. So if anyone that's coming on the show would like to get their hair done and their makeup done, thank you to Leslie for doing my hair and makeup. You let me know if you like it. She did that for me today. And she's going to be helping us out around here for however long we're on the show. Leslie, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Leslie Martin. I'm really bad with this, but you can find me on lesliemartinhair.com if you need any services. And I pretty much do any and everything from hair extensions to color to on set. Pretty much can be wherever you need me to be. Just make sure you give me a call, a heads up. And you can find me on all social media networks such as Facebook as Leslie Martin HM or Leslie Martin Hair and Makeup. So, yeah.
So we're talking makeup, we're talking hair,
Yeah,
we're talking
hair,
on-set, off-set. She'll come to you. Whatever you need, she's got you covered.
I got you covered.
And I'm hiring her on also as a partial director for the show. She's going to have us all like this. She's like, no. She just took over. Okay, I just want you to know. Behind the scenes, she is like, so you're hired, Leslie. I just want you to know this.
Praise God.
So for those of you who want to know more about Leslie, do look her up, Leslie Martin on Facebook or any type of social media. And I do want to add that Leslie is looking to lose some weight. And being the person that I am and collaborating with all the people that I collaborate with, I'm going to help her do this. So we're going to do a Trish Train challenge. And DJ back there, hey DJ, he's still on my program and he's down about 6 pounds now since we started, so about 5 weeks ago. And Leslie, you're looking to lose about, 30, 40 pounds is what you kind of said to me. Mm-hmm. So we're going to start working on that and we'll do some really fun things. I'll let you all know what her progress is. And if anyone is interested in knowing what type of program that I put her on, we're going to let you know all about that. We're going to collaborate with Psycho Bar. Hey, Heather over at Psycho Bar. I just want to know if I can count on you for some free rides for Leslie because she needs to get her cardio in. So I'm hoping to do that. Maybe we can get her some free passes at yoga. Maybe
send her my way.
Maybe she can do a personal training session.
Personal training.
We'll all collaborate to help Leslie and see if we can get her to reach her goal. And I just would like to thank everyone out there. Thank you to Mario Garcia, our director. Thank you to DJ. Thank you for our beautiful setup. I'm very blessed and happy and excited. I'm so excited about the new things that are happening at the station. I look to all of you for your support in what I'm doing here. My intentions are to just spread the love of fitness and health. And I hope to see you all next time, 11 o'clock next Thursday. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
We're on the Trish train.
Yeah.